Here we go, everyone. Welcome to the first match of the day here in the Colorado Open. Jovan Bustamante breaks off to get us going, and we mentioned his break in the preamble there. It's going to be a bit of a factor in today's match, we expect. That's a good start.
Well, and the question is, what kind of factor will it have? Is it going to be a negative or a positive? And right this second, it looks like it'll work out well. Stephen Wyatt and Stephen Jamison here in your first match. A little bit of a change from our previous tournaments. Our match clock is now 40 minutes. And it's going to add a little pressure to these players. Pretty excited about this. The Open is always a fun event because you get to see a plethora of different players. Maybe some that you're not familiar with. It's always fun to see somebody you've never seen before and they come out and they put on a great performance. And I think we might see a little bit of that at some point today. But I think we know what Jovan is capable of. One of the highest rated players in the state of Arizona. His up score would probably be around 740, 750 if we're talking about Ultimate Pool USA League play. So very high-end player. Needs a little bump here. That's not going to get it there. He's going to be kicking at this ball. Problem is, where do you kick it? You got to just go for the hit. Watch out for the 8 ball. If you catch the 6 early, it might. Oh, that's unfortunate there. He had a great opportunity. He just had a little bit of a mishit. And we're going to get to see Dave Matlock continue to do what he did last night.
Yeah, the bar box legends takes to the table again. As we heard yesterday, he's had a bit of a new lease of life with the game in the last couple of months with the 2 events that the Ultimate Pool USA have put on.
Yeah, he's really enjoyed this type of tournament. Spoke with Adam Williams at the last event and said he wishes this type of event was around 50 years ago. But even at Mr. Matlock's age now, he's done pretty well for himself. Quarterfinals of the Kansas City Open, and last night we see him in the semifinals going out to the eventual winner, Mr. Justin Bergman. And this is a good start for him here, 1-0 on Jovan Bustamante. He might still be having those, okay, I got to figure out how this is going to react situations.
Well, one thing with Jovan is, whilst he had some table time yesterday, he didn't have loads. His break struggled to get him into the match, and he was always chasing. Yeah, didn't really get a chance to settle out there, is my point.
Had a little bit of a unknown factor with Gabe Owen coming in as a replacement for Joey Gray, and Gabe played phenomenal.
Yeah.
Of course, Gabe took out Jovan and played very, very well, and then we saw an absolute masterclass of a match between Gabe Owen and David Matlock. So that was a fun one to watch. And guys, I absolutely will recommend when we take a break, or maybe later tonight when we're done for the day and you guys still want to watch some more pool, if you didn't watch the shootout, it's live on Facebook and YouTube. Go watch that. It is incredible. Again, Justin Bergman with the flawless performance on the win, hoist the trophy. And I'm sure Justin's looking to add a second trophy to that. We haven't had a winner win both events yet, but I think Justin Bergman is more than capable of taking down the Open as well.
Well, you wouldn't bet against him, would you? Still a long way to go. There's plenty of yeah, there's plenty of good players in the tournament, but Justin will be right at the top of the list in terms of the favourites.
As well as Tom Cousins, who we saw in the final last night.
Yeah, and plenty of others as well. One thing that I like about the Open event is you do get that little bit of time to build into your form. The shootout can be a bit brutal. You get no margin for error. You can play 3 loose frames, or maybe even 1 loose frame, and find yourself out the entire tournament despite playing really well all day. Thinking maybe of someone like a Ricky Evans who had 1 bad patch all day really and got himself bumped out. He's still running in the Open. Will be a danger to anyone.
Yeah, you know, the other thing I really like about the Open event is obviously as a league operator for Ultimate Pool USA, if you're one of those league operators, you unfortunately cannot play in the league, but you can play in these Open events. And I think today we have 5, maybe 6 league operators playing.
Yeah. And
we're actually going to get to see one of those league operators here in a little while. Mr. Kevin Guimond is the league operator up in, I believe, in the Northeast, maybe Massachusetts?
Maybe. We saw it a lot. I'm going to say the reason why I sort of compare the 2 games as different as they are, as Dave Short here. I'll talk about this in a minute. Dave's got a big shot to play. Oh, how well has he played it though? Cue ball.
Oh no. That's really a bad luck roll right there, because he hit it very well. He just put a little bit too much juice on it. And just a little curve off that rail. These are slick tables.
He's taken his free game. He's then broken and run one. And he's put Jovan's break under a bit of pressure here. I'm not a betting man, Steve, but if I was, I think I'd have put quite a bit of money on that one coming dry, because that's just how this game works.
When it rains, it pours, is what they say.
Dave Matlock looking to get back within 1.
I do want to give a nice little shout out to Mark Goff, because from what I understand, that's a rule that does not come up almost ever in Ultimate Pool in the UK. So for him to be able to notice it and call it immediately, it's probably something that he's not used to calling too many times.
I can't imagine he's ever called something like that. But the thing is it's strange, because once you get used to that rule, as you know, I have been now for a very long time, is that's just such a flagrant foul. Like, you just can't miss it. It's a strange one. It's almost quite jarring in a way. But I completely understand where Jovan's coming from.
Yeah.
It's a very understandable mistake to make, but it's one that's going to cost him potentially very dearly here, because since he played that deliberate foul, he is going to lose 3 racks in next to no time, and David Matlock is breathing down his neck now. He's back within 1, and he has the break.
13 minutes on the clock. I highly doubt we are going to see that 15-second shot clock if Matlock keeps running the balls the way he has been.
Right then. No surprise to see Dave make a ball. Since he's moved to that location on his break, he's found good success with it. So he's looking at stripes here.
And he really does take no time to get around the table.
Well, this was the point I was going to make earlier. One thing we have noticed since in the shot clock and match clock era in the UK is the average speed of players has shot up quite a stark amount. You know, we've got plenty of old slow war horses in the UK who are used to taking, you know, minutes on every single shot. That's a lovely shot.
How creative was that?
That's so good from Dave.
Wow.
That's so good.
I might have tried like the carom off of it thin into the side, but I never would have thought to hit it fuller.
He's not come far enough.
Well, Dave gets another opportunity to be creative here, because this is a big one. This is This is the staying in the match versus giving Joven an opportunity at the table while he's on the hill.
Thought for a second that cue ball was going to knock the 14 into the bottom left. What's he left? Yeah, it's a chance for Joven. This is a chance that he probably feared that he might not get. An open run out to go and win the game.
Starting shot on the 7 ball. His biggest issue here is going to be getting to the 5 and the 2 and making them available. I believe the 5 can go in either corner pocket, but he's going to look at the, oh no.
Oh,
that's worst
fun.
Case scenario.
That's the only spot on the table that he's completely dead in the water. It's not as even like he can play a hit and stick here because he's like touching ball on the 5.
Well, because of the touching ball rule, he could just roll one rail up the table, then back down, try and get behind this 1-8 area. If it is a touching ball, I believe it is.
Yeah, he could just go off the side rail and try and land the cue ball exactly where it is now, but that's risky.
Yeah, or just up against the 5 and the 2. I mean, there's stuff there. That's a good shot. Wow.
Well, he's played that perfectly. Very, very good shot.
Well, and that might be the shot that wins him this match that he was very close to losing. An immaculate story in this this match. The great play of Joven Bustamante, the foul that almost cost him everything, and now we're in a battle of attrition here to see who can get over the line. I made a bad call in the beginning of this. This was a what I thought was going to be a David Matlock run out at the beginning, but we are going to see that 15-second shot clock. So these decisions are going to have to come a little quicker for Joven and Matlock.
And Joven playing with his food a little bit here, but still holds the aces. Has he left Dave an edge here? Because if he has, Dave might think about potting this 14. I think he can cut this to the top left.
He's looking at cutting it in the top left and then going 3 rails maybe. And he's going to kick at the 13. Slick tables always kick a little funny. He hit it.
He did hit it. Just.
Wow.
I mean, he was looking to pot it. Let's not make any bones about that. But he'll take the outcome, I think. Joven's not got much to go at again. 15-second shot clock means there's even less time to think about it. He's left this.
That's not going to be good.
Oh, Dave Matlock just will not go away.
He's resilient.
Oh, no. Wow, well, yet more drama. That's amazing.
Well, this has just been a crazy match to start off the day. If this is how we are starting off the open event, I feel like me and you are going to be dead tired tonight.
Oh, that's incredible. That is amazing. Joven Bustamante surely will win it from here. And he will be, I imagine, a mighty relieved man to be getting away with this one.
Well, an incomplete contrast of the last match we saw on this table. Justin playing perfect against Tom. Joven's going to win this match, but I don't know if he's going to be appreciative of his performance. Joven Bustamante takes it down 7-4. He's going to send Dave Matlock to the B side. What a match that was, Steven. I think we're going to get a quick word with Joven in the arena. Guys, don't go anywhere. We have a great match for you here on our second one. It's Kevin Guimond and Jordan Shepard. Kevin is a player that I'm very familiar with. I'll tell you a quick little story. Back when COVID happened, the state of Texas shut down. We were getting ready to have a big tournament. and they shut us down. We couldn't run any tournaments, and we were a little upset, so I ran an 8-man single elimination tournament at my house. Kevin came up from the Austin area, took down several big names. He's a great player, but he's got his hands full right now with Jordan Shepard. Stephen Wyatt and Adam Williams in the booth with you today, or for this match at least. We've got a ton of matches coming up, and we're going to swap in and out. I know Stephen Jameson does a phenomenal job in here, and I love listening to him talk through the racks. We're going to give him a little bit of a break now. Adam, what do you know about Mr. Kevin Guimond?
Yeah, I've been working with him quite a little bit. Him, George, and Mike have actually bought the franchisee for New England, so they are launching in New Jersey and Connecticut.
Oh, so he's an Ultimate Pool USA League operator.
Yeah, so they've we're just about to launch and announce, so they will be pushing hard already. They've already got teams signed up, and I say they've been attacking it already, even before we've launched, so they're going to be a great addition to the team. Well,
I'll tell you what, Kevin is a great player, and I know he has a lot of fans that enjoy watching him play, so I think he'll do well. And if he's got a team behind him, while I don't know them, obviously, if they're working with Kevin, he's going to be in a good position to really provide that New England area with the league and everything that it has to offer, including that $100,000 first prize that we're going to crown a champion next year. I absolutely can't wait for that. I've never been so excited for something that's a year away.
Right, yeah, I say it sounds like it's a long time away, but it'll come around quick.
Yeah, and speaking of coming around quick, we are just over 2 minutes into this match, and Jordan Shepard has made a great out here. Kevin to break here, trailing 1 rack. And we're right around the halfway point of the match as far as the match clock goes. And we're right around the halfway point of the score as well. So if we keep seeing this back and forth and maybe a few dirty racks kind of like this one, we very well could see that match clock come into play and possibly that inevitable 6-ball shootout that we all, maybe in the back of our minds, we want to see a little bit. But if you're Kevin, do you really want to play against Jordan Shepard in a 6-ball shootout after what we saw yesterday?
I think Jordan will have his running shoes on again today, so it's I don't think I'd want to do it.
I heard he went and got new shoes just because he thought he might end up in a shootout.
Yeah, he said his shoes that he brought weren't comfortable enough, so he was I think he made a stop and switched them over. So whatever he did, it worked.
Well, whoever let him borrow the vehicle to go get that needs a kick of the money from the shootout, because he played well with those running shoes on.
He sounds like a nice guy, whoever it was.
Kevin here played this really well. And the 14 ball's in a bad spot. He's going to have to come around the table to get this 10 ball. I'm not a huge fan of playing my last shot to get my breakout, because anything can happen and everything can go wrong. But I think he's pretty safe here. He's just going to draw into the 7 ball. That's a great shot. This is a very quick rack by the Massachusetts native. Kevin not going down without a fight. We are all tied up 3-3 and right around the 18-minute mark. We all know that Jordan Shepard is going to be incredibly comfortable when there's very little time left and the match is on the line.
Yeah, Kevin's going to be hoping for a great spread, and hopefully a ball drops, and looks like he got it.
Oh, and this is a pretty good spread. The only issue here is the dirty combo is not allowed in this format, so you cannot shoot the 12 into the 6 and take solids. And he's going to use his extension. So right off the bat, he now has 15 seconds a shot, and that's it.
And I think that was a smart choice from him because it's vital he gets his first shot right.
It's heart pounding watching these guys make these quick shots like that because you know they want a little bit more time and they just don't have it. So it's the pressure is fun, but it's also pressure. Well, this is I think a good opportunity here. He can take the 2-12-6 as long as he hits his 2-ball first. If the 6 falls, it's good. He's going to try and bump the 12 out and keep the 2-ball available for the shot.
That's turned out great for him.
Yeah, he got a little fortunate because he wasn't looking for the kiss, but he got it. And it looks like the 2-ball goes straight down, so he's just going to lay this up real easy, just like that. I don't think the 3 goes in the bottom right, so he's going to have to figure something out for that as well. But he's only got a few seconds left. He's going to have to think quick. And what is he? Left himself here. It doesn't go in the corner. The bank is covered up by the 14 and the 9. He's going to have to cross this ball one rail to the same corner that he shot the 1, I think.
He's 100% on bank, so we shall see.
I don't think he can make it in the corner. I think the ball's in the way. Oh, my goodness. Oh, wow.
What a shot.
I thought it was in the way. It looked like it couldn't go.
Yeah, I think he's just put so much inside on it to shorten it up, which is tough to do on this slick cloth.
Yeah. Well, and what a out by Kevin here. Wow.
Wow.
He gained a few fans on that one. That was a phenomenal out. That's going to be one for the highlight reel. Well, right now the story is 5, 5, and 5. It's 5-5 with 5 minutes left. That is not a lot of time.
Oh, and the 3-ball, I don't know how it hasn't dropped. He's gone dry again.
Well, and this is tough for Jordan Shepard here.
Yeah, and it's a great spread again for him. He's got a little funny on it. I think maybe he'll just play into the 6 and screw back into the 7, but it doesn't leave him much options after.
Well, he doesn't have a lot of time. He's taking his extension. So from this point forward, you're going to have to think quick, Kev.
Yeah, I say. Now it's advantage Jordan Chapman.
Well, and with 15 seconds, there's not enough time, or there's too much time on the clock to really run it down, per se. But Jordan can take, you know, his extension, and then he can take 12 or 13 seconds per shot, and the clock will dwindle down, and it's really going to put some pressure on Kevin.
Yeah, but knowing Jordan Shepard, he might be out in about 1 minute and walk off, so we shall see how he plays it.
I think he's actually playing the time a little bit because he knows his opponent is maybe not as used to it. Yeah, he's taking a little bit of time here.
Yeah, he's got.
Well, and I believe he's out from here. I don't see any big issues.
Does the 8-ball go past the 1 in the corner pocket?
I don't think it does,
okay,
but with the way he's going to shoot this ball, he's going to be able to just follow it down and shoot it into the side, or if he goes too far, he can shoot it into the corner, but I think he'll be just going for the side pocket.
He doesn't want to.
He's tree-topped. I still like, I don't know, with the way this is going, I'm a little worried about the side. Just because of the path of the cue ball, but he hit it way better than I would have. So 6-5, Jordan Shepard on the hill, 2 minutes and 30 seconds left in this match. If Kevin wins this, we're probably going to see either a very, very interesting rack that leads to a win, or we may indeed see ourselves a 6-ball shootout. Yeah, you know, if I'm Kevin here and I make a ball in the break, which he did, this is a huge rack because there's some problems here. Hold up 7-ball. Oh, you really want to take the stripes here, I think, because you have a shot at breaking out your 6-ball, or your 13-ball, but this is tough. This is tough.
Yeah, I don't think he's got a real good shot on the stripe, so maybe he can play a skill shot on the 14, on the 4, but yeah, I don't think he's got an option.
Well, and the time is now under 2 minutes. And Kevin has to get out here. He has to, because if he doesn't, Jordan will use the clock to his advantage, and he'll win due to the time limit.
That's not where he wanted to be. But yeah, again, that is the pressure of the match clock and the shot clock coming into play. He's thinking about both. Oh, I thought he'd done.
Oh, wow. Well, and I think Jordan has roughly 6 shots worth of 15 seconds. He's used his extension, and he's going to utilize that clock. He's going to make 1 ball, probably another ball, and then he's probably going to take the match down 6-5, with the time limit becoming the ultimate cost for Kevin Guimond.
So yeah, he's gonna chew up as much as he can, and as he said, he's got these 3 balls that are hangers for him. So
yeah, and it's a smart play because, again, the use of the shot clock and the match clock is all part of the situation.
yeah, and there he is. I say he's
and that is the match. And Kevin got his first taste of Ultimate Pool USA. The match clock was the ultimate decider, but Jordan Shepard played well to get there. We'll get a word with him in the arena in just a moment. Don't go anywhere, guys. We'll be back.
Away and racing, everybody. We're at the Colorado Open here in beautiful Denver, and Justin Bergman is looking pretty in pink. That is the sort of shirt that you can only wear when you are as good as Justin Bergman is, and he's obviously feeling pretty good about himself after his victory last night in the shootout. First glimpse of him in the Open here this Saturday afternoon. Pleasure to have your company, Steve Jameson, alongside Jeremy Hundley for this one. And Jeremy, we've pulled a good one here, because just like yesterday, here we are covering a Justin Bergman game, and excited to see how he goes in the Open, having sort of not quite got the monkey off his back. That would be a little bit unfair, but tasting his first success, excited to see how he goes in this tournament, and a player against him who you know really well.
I do. I've known Jordan for years. Nice guy, country boy. He can play some pretty good pool, though. I've seen him knock off some giants, so I'm interested. I'm definitely rooting for him a little bit, but as always, I'm a Bergman fan, so.
Yeah, so you're on the fence in the best kind of way. You just want both players to play well. I like that.
Yeah, I just want to see a good match from him. So.
No upsets just yet in the Colorado Open, at least on the mainstream table here. Been some close games, though. Bustamante just getting over the line against David Matlock, and Jordan Shepard a little bit edgy in his match there against Kevin Guimond, but he got the win.
Yeah, Kevin was starting to grind him out there a little bit, wasn't he?
He was. And I feel like I've seen this show before. Justin Bergman on this table, rock solid, smooth as ever. 1-0, he leads.
Is it just me, or does he get stronger every game? It's nice to see players like this get on the spotlight a little bit, though.
Well, that's what it's all about, isn't it? I mean, you're a big part of the Ultimate Pool USA operation here. That's part of your guys' MO, isn't it? To promote this game to the likes of Jordan and many thousands of others.
Yeah, absolutely. I mentioned a little bit last night, there's a lot of talent that we don't get to see in the States. And hopefully we can start to shine a light on that.
Oh, for how well he broke last night, Justin Bergman finally strikes out on the break. He's very, very unlucky to get cutting off there, though. But for Jordan Chapman, again, don't want to put too fine a point on it. It's not exactly now or never. It's only 2-0. But if he is to get himself in with a genuine chance of winning this game, you've got to start well. And he's made one mistake, but this one is a very presentable chance. It's not bad. His biggest problem now is the one ball, which doesn't have, I don't think, a natural pocket. I don't think it slides past the 11.
No, it looks a little tight for that. He's dead straight here on this 5 as well, so. That's well played shot there.
Yeah, that was a confident stroke.
This one is a problem here.
Is he the sort of player that would just leave it for a bank shot, do you think? I think feels like the most sensible thing to do right now.
It does, yeah. I'm kind of looking at maybe the 2 in the side and coming down into it, but there's a lot of things that can go wrong with that.
Yeah. Well, he's going to be forced into it now. Whether this was the plan or not, may have been, but he's definitely going to be forced into it now.
I'm with you, though. I think that was the right plan, just to play the bank here.
Oh, he's played a good shot. Oh, I thought that was in. I was absolutely convinced that was in. Watching that all the way. Jordan Chapman misses that by a couple of millimeters. Bank shots, especially when you've not had much table time on this particular table, very, very difficult to judge.
Yeah, there's a lot of slide off that rail, so it's not your natural path that you're used to.
Yeah, we different lines and with the diamonds and everything that you're so familiar with that you work out. You know, everyone knows there's a little bit of margin for error there, depending on the conditions and all the rest of it. But it's such a stark contrast on this particular table. Yeah. Plays very, very quick. Let's not make any bones about it. It perfectly suits a player like Justin Bergman. The top players love playing on these sorts of conditions. They can really maximize everything that they want to do. They can float the cue ball around, they can manipulate the angles. Once you get used to it, it plays like a dream, but if you're not used to it, it's like going skating for the first time.
It really does, and I was a big critic in the beginning of the rules and things, and once I really dove into it and put it into action on the table, it was like, okay, these really are simplifying the game into a way that it's more understandable for players. And I really enjoy it.
Because it's one of the beautiful things about, especially pool in this country, is how many different games you can make out of one table and one set of balls. Yeah. But when you want to sort of standardize 8-ball and play league all the way across the country, you just want the rules to be as simple as possible to allow everyone to come and play and pick it up really quickly.
Yeah, absolutely. You want consistency across the board. That way they know if they go to an Ultimate Pool tournament, they know what they're playing. They know the rules. That's it's nice to have that.
Did you see Joe Bustamante earlier on? What happened to him? I don't know if you saw this. I know you're a busy man at these events. We had we saw Bustamante play an intentional foul, and it very much cost him that rack.
Is that the one that let Dave back in it? Because I know he was down good.
Okay. Joe was 5-2 in front, and he was very quickly almost at 5-5.
How did he react when the ref called it on him?
He looked a little bit startled and surprised, and then it was okay. Well, I obviously didn't know that, so that's on me. He took it pretty well, but Dave Matlock took it even better. He ran 3 in the space of absolutely no time to really put the pressure on him.
Yes. I absolutely love watching Dave play. So, he comes with some special shots, that's for sure, on the...
Oh, he was the walking highlight reel yesterday, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was.
Well, this has been a lovely visit to the table from Jordan Chapman.
Yeah, a couple good shots here for him. Looks like he's moving around the table a little more confident. And
as I say, that first game just makes such a difference. Looks like a different player.
Yeah.
Let's have a listen. We get a bit of a thing going. Yeah.
There we go.
It's nice to hear that.
Yeah, as a player too, it's nice to hear that.
You can be versatile to be in the mix for that as well.
Yeah, you have to play a world-class pool in all disciplines, so it's quite the title to have. Oh,
that's a pretty brutal kicking off for Justin Bergman. So Jordan Chapman's race is not yet done.
He's just got to start climbing the hill here, don't he?
He does.
Wonder why he didn't play shape for the 1 there. That 1's going to give him a little bit of a problem now. He had a chance to get rid of it early.
Yeah, and especially with ball in hand in the kitchen, loads of options for it. Could have even just landed behind it and rolled it down into this bottom right.
Yeah, he's going to have some trouble getting over there and taking care of that one now. Just don't see an obvious way to it.
Yeah, if this was the plan, I can't help but think that was... I think he's missed a trick there.
Yeah. Yeah, he definitely overlooked that. Or maybe the first shot, maybe he was trying to pop it off the 15 and just didn't get it. I'm not sure. That would make more sense.
That is a hell of a recovery pot from the position he was in. It looks like it'll now be the bank.
Oh, wait a minute. No.
Thought he was going to pick up second prize there, Jordan Chapman, but alas not to be, and that might be his final act on the A side of this Colorado Open at least.
Bit of a tricky opening shot here, but I don't think it's too much of a problem. He's got plenty of backup balls, I like to call them.
Great angle here to see how Justin's having to cue this.
Oh, he didn't even try to get into it. Huh. I thought he might try to play the cue ball into that there and spread him open a little bit.
Yeah, me and you both. Looks like he could just draw straight back for it though, which I think was the plan. Yeah, very, very nice. It's been another very, very solid Justin Bergman performance. He's going to take some stopping in Colorado this weekend. That much is obvious. He already won the shootout. He'll meet some potentially tougher challenges later on down the road, but the way that he's playing, he looks, well, like a man on a mission.
He does, don't he? I think he came here to win.
Yeah, I think so.
I know he was disappointed with his finish in Kansas City, so he's probably out to prove a little point here this weekend.
He's proving it.
That's
another brilliant performance from Justin Bergman. A 7-2 win over Jordan Chapman, who will have enjoyed, in parts, I'm sure, his first arena experience. Justin Bergman, it's not his first, and it certainly won't be his last either. A brilliant performance from him. He rolls on in the Colorado Open and bumps Jordan Chapman into the B-side. Do stay with us. We'll catch a word with Justin Bergman in just a sec.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we have another great match for you. Tom Cousins, he was in the finals of the shootout last night, and he's got a very interesting opponent today, Mr. Shane Petrick. If you don't know Shane, this young man is 14 years old, out of the Houston area, fell in love with pool. His mom took him to a pool hall. He got involved in some leagues, and he absolutely fell in love. I met him a couple years ago in Las Vegas, and I saw how he played. And for only playing for 2 years, he was phenomenal. And I think he was only a year in at that point.
Yeah. Was having a conversation with me earlier, and he said he'd only been playing 2 years. And
well, the young man's done his due diligence because he's gone out. He's gotten coaching from several good players, including Nick DeLeon in Arizona. He's really put in the work, and he really respects the game, which is something that for me is very important. So I'm excited to see him get an opportunity, and he's going to have his hands full because Tom does not play. He doesn't care how old he is. He's here to do a job, and I know Tom's going to come out and really play strong. But alternating break format, Shane will have chances at the table. He's just got to get his break working. And realistically, if you're in Shane's shoes, you want to break like Tom did right here, because this was a fantastic break.
yeah, and it almost looks like his English 8-ball break. So it's I feel like he's adjusted. The white ball's coming straight back to the rail, and it's something you don't really see in American pool, but it's working for him.
Yeah, it's good. This is interesting here because he's got the 5-ball that needs to be taken care of. And it looks like he's going to do it right now. Oh. Well, and he got the bump, and it's a pretty good bump, too.
Yeah, and so he's just probably going to roll the 1 down, and that's pretty much it.
Yeah, 1, probably the 5 following, and the 4-ball to set up on the 8-ball. I feel like Tom takes a little bit more time than some of his European counterparts. You talk about the likes of Jordan Shepard and Chris Melling, who play pretty quickly. Shane Thompson as well plays quick. And Tom takes a little bit more time and just kind of eases into it, but you can't fault it because look at the way the guy plays. Very solid opening rack for TC, Top Cat Tom Cousins. And we'll get an opportunity to see Shane Petrick play right after this. 1-0 to Tom Cousins.
Shane's probably hoping for a dry break and just an opportunity. He's not had a chance at the table yet.
When he has the right attitude as well, because he knows he's not the favorite in this match. He knows what's kind of going on, and he looked at me and he said, well, you know, the good thing is I'm still in the winner's side, so this is just going to send me to the B side, so I get an opportunity to play some more.
Right.
And that, for me, that's a big thing to say, because it shows that he understands the situation he's in, but that he also just wants to play. So I mean, that's cool to hear. I've really enjoyed spending some time with him. His mom, Shannon, is incredible. Really, all the junior players that we have here, you know, we have Kennedy Maiman, we have Sophia Mast, We have, of course, Shane Petrick, and then a lot of other juniors that I don't know.
Yeah, we've got Braden as well. He plays really well. He's actually Greg, the franchisee for Colorado. He's his son, and I say Greg's got a table at the house. He practices every day, and he's pretty much in a pool room every night. So he's watching and trying everything he can, which is great.
And of course, our returning champion, Caden Herbach. Lots of good players in the juniors, lots of good ladies in the open. So I'm very excited to see how this goes. Another good junior player. She's playing in the junior and the ladies, Miss Jordan Helfrey. I believe she's either 12 or 13 years old. Played in the Kansas City event, really enjoyed it, and decided to come out to Colorado. Once again, Tom just really playing superb. I feel like he might have a little bit of a chip on his shoulder for the performance that Justin Bergman played on him last night.
Yeah, Justin didn't really give him a chance. He had a couple of dry breaks, and Justin didn't. And Justin ran out every time and does what Justin does.
Imagine being in that position and playing Tom. You know, it's got to feel like you're up against the wall and the world.
Yeah, and you know, he's a tall guy. He has a big presence around the table as well, and it's definitely a factor as well, I think, of just yet again it's another great break, and he's probably going to be out again from here.
Yeah, it is very possible that he's going to make the out here. If he can see the 11 ball, I don't see any issues for him. And Shane looking on as Tom Cousins is likely going to end this match. And Tom has a little bit of a history of doing this to players, just forcing them to sit in the chair and watch, because he just doesn't make too many mistakes. Tom, it looks like he's gotten a real feel for the table. You know, obviously when he first got here, I think, what did they get here, Tuesday? Yeah,
I think he's been through 6 different queues and played on every single table in here, and asking, you know, it's funny when Tom Cousins is coming to somebody like me or you and asking for advice on the break, or you know, how should he play this shot. It's but yeah, it's scary to think this is the first time he's ever played on an American bar box table.
Yeah, I think he's playing with Chris Melling's cue. I think it's gonna be a Q-Tech cue, the new X line that just came out. So it must be hitting pretty good. And it's got to be daunting to come to a new area, play with a different style of cue, but Tom really making it look easy. Shane Petrick going to take this one down as a learning experience, and Tom Cousins is going to move on. We'll get a word with him in the arena here in just a moment.
All right, everybody, welcome back. The Colorado Open rumbles on day number 1 of competition here this weekend at the Rec Room Underground in Denver, Colorado. Grant Berg taking on Chris Reinhold in our next fixture here. One more to come after this before we take our midday break ahead of the evening session. Stephen Jameson and Nate Kane with you for comms on this one. And I'm led to believe, Nate, that Grant's one of yours.
Yeah. Kansas City kind of traveled in a big group here. We've got, I think, somewhere between 25 and 30 players total between all 3 events. And, yeah, Grant's one of our local players here. And he actually hasn't really been playing pool that long, but he has just jumped astronomically. And so he's a very good shot. He's one of our probably money players is what we call him. He's in action a lot around town. And he'll play anybody if he can get a fair game, and he really enjoys it. And so his game has really come along in the last couple months. So,
well, you can see by the way that he strikes the ball that he knows what he's doing out there. For a player who's not had a huge amount of experience in this sort of scenario, looks at home. Tough proposition here up against someone as good as Chris Reinhold, who this environment will hold no surprises as a 2-time Mosconi Cup player. Oh, how good a shot is that? Oh, he's unlucky.
Yeah, kind of just had to let it loose, see what happened, and he got a worst case scenario there. That was a great shot, though.
Yeah, I was surprised to see him take it on a little bit. And he just ended up a little bit loose with the cue ball initially, but terrific execution on the shot. I think he's just been a little bit unlucky there, but the way that he played that shot, it did leave him a little bit open to that.
Yeah. I mean, Grant's a pretty aggressive 8-ball player. You won't see him lay up much. If he has a chance to go for the offensive shot, that's exactly what he's going to do there.
Yeah, so. that told me that much.
Yeah,
that visit right there told me everything I need to know about how Grant's going to approach this one.
Yeah, he's
going to go down swinging.
Yeah, absolutely, and he's kind of he's more of a rotation player, typically 9-ball, so he likes to kind of swing for it, but. He's kind of one of those guys, man, when he's hot and has a high gear, and he's really tough to beat. And he's a heck of a nice guy. So it's hard to bear down against a nice guy sometimes. So
Chris Reinhold, I'm pretty sure it's safe to say is more of a 9-ball specialist than an 8-ball, but very, very good 8-ball player and knows his way around a pool table better than most. Nice development shot there on his stripes to open this rack up, and it's going to give him a 1-0 advantage.
Yeah, able to hold serve there after a dry break. That's always good if you get back at the table and get an opportunity to not let your opponent steal your break. So
1-0, Chris Reinhold leads. A nice finish there.
haven't seen too much of Grant yet, but got a ball down on the break. Maybe make something happen here. Multiple on the break.
Yeah, that was a great break, wasn't it? You'd take that every time.
Oh, one of them.
Well, he's okay.
Yeah,
Usually
okay,
you don't want to make both, but actually that's going to help him. Rare occasion that.
Couldn't tell the way he cued that if he needed to spin around that or not.
Yeah, I thought that was it. Yeah, it looks a bit janky, didn't it?
Yeah.
Well, he's ended up in perfect position, so
good recovery.
Going to give him the benefit of the doubt there.
Right.
But yeah, I was with you. It looked like he was originally trying to draw the ball back. But
yeah,
he's absolutely perfect here as Grant Berg, and he's going to get his first game on the board, and that will feel good. Don't care who you are, your first experience out in the arena in a weekend, that first frame always feels very sweet.
And that was a good out. I mean, even though it was kind of spread wide open, he or broke wide open on it. It kind of jumped to their back a little bit, and he was able to navigate it and get out. So yeah, that definitely has to feel good. It's really kind of his. I mean, we saw the first wreck there, where he sat on his cue there for a couple wrecks. Chris kept him in his seat, so he was able to get out there and run out. It was impressive.
He's taking that out really well. Yeah, can never underestimate how difficult it can be to be out in that arena environment and taking on, you know, a really established player in Chris Reinhold.
Yeah, Chris is definitely looking a lot more comfortable and in better form than he was in the shootout here. So I think he wants to do well at one of these tournaments here. And so this is the second one he's been to. He missed Kansas City, but he did make it to Louisiana Open and now the Colorado Open. So yeah, they're probably both getting tired of these tough outs they're having to navigate. They'd like to find a way to break and get a road map out here. Oh, there's one of those 4 pockets you talked about.
Yeah, he's a little unlucky, but in truth, if we're calling it down the middle, he got quite lucky on the last one where he rode that pocket pretty tough.
Get that up on the 8. Does it still go? No, he's got some work to do now after that.
Yeah, we're about to see that shot making that you talked about, because he needs something here in a pretty big way. There's an argument here of maybe looking to play a loss of turn shot, but
yeah, I see the angle on it. I kind of like taking it off the 4 ball and making the 11 and making Chris try to navigate a tough rack there.
Yeah,
because you got to move that forward. It's not helping you much.
Yeah, well, he has played a lost turn shot in the end, because he made Chris's 9, I think it was, but very much accidental as he took on a really tough 6. And there, I think you just see the difference in the 2 players and just levels of experience, really. I know Grant's a very attacking player, but sometimes the way to attack is by just holding yourself back.
Yeah, Grant's really kind of taken to all games too. He'll play 8 ball, 9 ball, 3 cushion, 1 pocket, pretty much any game out there. He enjoys playing. So. Still has some work to do even here with ball in hand. We got to get that, got to maneuver that 8, which I imagine he'll probably do with his first or second shot here. It's well played there to guarantee shape on at least that 15, even though he'll probably want to leave that if he can. So, I don't know. I guess he likes getting up table with maybe the 14 later in the rack here, or 12.
Yeah, it just means he's going to have one shot to play. It's not the best. It's not the best shot Chris Reinhold's ever played. He's only got the combo here.
If you want to miss the combo, just tag me in to shoot it for you. Call myself the worst combo shooter on earth, and most people who play with me won't argue that. So.
He's judged that really well, because controlling the 12 was the key there, because he needed to not just land on that ball, but he needed to give himself some angle. He's not giving himself loads, but it's enough to get something. He's going to have to load up here.
Yeah, we're going to see a stroke shot here. 4 ball plays big.
What you got for us then, Chris? I'm not sure he can see the potting angle on this one, and I'm not sure what else he can get either.
Yeah, there's maybe the 2-railer down. I think he just went to go call it, but yeah, 2-railer down here bottom right. He'll put the 6 in the way.
Well, he wasn't a million miles off it.
No.
And he's got a pretty good cue ball in the sense of nothing's super, super easy to run out from here. And make Grant earn it.
Grant definitely does not take much time. He gets on with it.
No.
He's a very rhythm shooter, and so he.
It'll be interesting to see if he ever gets down to the 15-second shot clock, because I'd like to see him on it.
Probably won't be a player it'll bother much. So I'll spun that one a little bit. Have to come in one of those shots.
Yeah.
He's going to go ahead with the bank shot here. Oh, he's gonna give it a ride with these rules here. So he's able to. He's definitely going for the top left there, but he hit it short and still made it. So.
Well, if it's in, it's in.
Yeah, absolutely.
Look at this.
Now these guys are definitely playing for some big money and a lower entry fee. So it's a good chance to get a good payday for the entry fees here on the Ultimate Pool Opens.
Grant Berg crunches the break, and at first glance a pretty decent opportunity as well. No real clusters, every ball has a pocket. Solids look really good. They look slightly less good now.
Hopefully he's, no, I can't get to the 3 it looks like. We're going to have to come with a good shot on this 2 ball.
Okay.
Handled that really well and got right back into line. That was a good shot.
He's a little straight on this, but I think he's got just enough angle to come down the table. Yeah, he's fine. Oh, he's played the bump, which was risky. Don't know if he needed to do that, but he's going to keep on digging. And that may be all she wrote.
Yeah, definitely. Grant didn't do anything to. He definitely should be proud of his performance here against the top American pro. And so even if maybe he'll get lucky and get another shot here, who knows? But
yeah, double elimination, so he'll go down to the B side. I do think that one was. That layout there was a really good example of just how important pattern play was. His first shot I didn't think was the right shot. I think if he went another way, he might have got out. All very easy to play from this position though. I've never missed a ball in here, and
never.
I can tell you I've missed so many in a natural table. Yeah, I think if Grant had his time again, he might see it another way. Chris Reinhold, 2 balls away from victory here in the Colorado Open. Perfect last stroke, and he is moving on. Good performance from Chris Reinhold. He gets the better of Kansas City's Grant Berg to advance in the Colorado Open as Berg bumps down to the B side. Chris Reinhold looking in good shape as he advances. Thanks for joining me now. We'll see you in a second, actually.
All right, thank you.
As Chris will also grab a word with Ian and Mo.
Yeah, no, me and Chris known each other for a very long time. So. We travel together as well. So.
Of course. Are you still in? You're still on the winter side?
Yeah, I play at 8 o'clock on the TV, I think.
Oh, okay. Yeah, yeah.
I play Jordan, so.
Well, there you go, guys. A little insider knowledge. I don't think the order of play is out yet. Not that it really matters, but Shane Thompson, Jordan Shepard's going to be a great match on the TV table.
Yeah, I think that's winner's qualification as well. So.
So that'll put you in the final 32, yeah?
2 bites at the cherry.
Yeah, there you go. Well, we've got a great match in front of us here. Of course, I'm sure you're aware, so they've taken the match clock that was on the last 2 events. It was 50 minutes. Now they've dropped it down to 40.
Yep.
Being that you guys are so good in Kansas City that we hardly ever saw even the 15-second shot clock.
Yeah, I think games on this table, I think, don't take as long as people think.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I don't mind the drop in the time.
Yeah, it puts more pressure on you guys, gives it a little bit more of a show for the fans, but it doesn't take away from what we're going to see, right?
Yeah, no, you still see some good pull, and obviously you'll see some quick finishes when it gets to the 15 seconds.
Yeah, it's going to be very interesting.
Chris has tied a few balls up there with that shot. You won't be happy there.
Yeah, Chris is really good at manufacturing things to happen on the table, kind of helping himself out, but he gets himself in these positions quite a bit sometimes.
Oh, he's played a great shot there.
Yeah, and he's just got to. This is a tough one because he kind of has to clip the one ball to shoot it up in the corner, and he's got to do this weird drag. It's going to be a tough shot to execute.
Yeah, I think he's got enough angle just to stun it. Cushion first, hit the 9, put the 2 over the pocket.
He put a lot of power in that. Well, and this is going to be our first opportunity to see Nick here.
Yeah, I'm not too familiar with Nick, but obviously I'm not familiar with a lot of players over here, so I'm still trying to figure out who plays good and who doesn't.
Yeah. Well, and you know, it's crazy because Nick could be a champion, and this might be his first time under the lights.
Exactly.
With the cameras, the pressure. So, I mean, it's very possible that Nick plays phenomenal, and we may not be seeing his best game depending on how this goes, you know. Of course, anytime you're playing somebody like Chris Melling, it's got to be nerve-wracking.
Yeah, you're under pressure straight away. You know you can't miss a ball or leave him any sort of chance.
Yeah, similar to playing the likes of like Tom Cousins for Mr. Shane Petrick earlier. That was a tough match for him, being so young. You know, having to play a champion like Tom, or even playing somebody like you that's just so good at the game. It's got to be nerve-wracking.
Yeah, he was only a young lad as well, wasn't he?
Yeah, absolutely.
So I'm guessing he's here for the juniors and just played in the Open as well.
Yeah, so he's playing the juniors in the Open. So he's still in the juniors, obviously on the B side of the Open. That's one thing that I.
Wow.
What a shot that was. Yeah. And you see Chris kind of toss his hands up like, oh, I made the great shot, but I left myself bad. You see him do that a lot, but you know,
he does it all the time. He could be dead perfect, and he'll still have a moan about something.
Yeah, Chris is
he's good entertainment, that's for sure.
He is, and in off the table, he's just as much fun. I mean, we went out Thursday night, and he really is a funny guy. He's going for what you guys would call the treble.
Treble, yeah. I think on this table you can't really do that at the moment because obviously it has a new felt.
It's too slick.
It slides. It is crazy.
You can do it, but the way you would do it normally, you can't.
Yeah.
You'd have to miss it bad like you normally would, and it would go because of the slickness.
He would have had to have probably hit second diamond there for it to be anywhere near.
Well, and Nick here has an opportunity, had a real close brush with the 8-ball. That is, that's the things that can happen when you play somebody like this. You trick yourself into making silly mistakes. Uh-oh, we've got a...
Yeah, I think he hit the 10 with his shirt.
Yeah. We do play all ball fouls here, so unfortunate there for Nick. Sometimes when it rains, it pours. Had an opportunity there and just didn't hold the shirt in.
He'll play anything if it's worth a few quid.
What about dollars? We played if there's dollars involved.
Money's money, sir. Let's come up dry on the break.
Yeah, Nick's going to have an opportunity here, but he's got some issues that he's going to have to work out. It's not a tic-tac-toe rack, that's for sure.
Nah, it's all on this first shot. I think solid with the balls, to be honest, but he's played a good shot there.
Yeah, the hard part about this one is that 9, 15, 12, 10 area. And I feel like you want to tackle that early. If you're going to take these stripes, you need to tackle it early.
Yep.
I don't like leaving it for the last set of balls. I think he's made a good decision here of
Yeah, I think the 11, he's got to leave.
well, I think now he's going to be forced to play. I mean, he could play the 15-9.
Yeah, I think I would.
Because I think it carries, if he misses, I think it carries holding the 9 ball in front of the pocket.
I think he could be close to the in-off here.
He was close. He's got an even steeper angle now. It's very easy to misjudge these combos when the balls are close.
I think this is a lot easier than the shot before, though, because he was kind of bridging over the 2 ball. So I think he's in a better spot now, but
the only thing I'm worried about is where's the cue ball going.
well, if he can stun it dead, if it's a shot where he can just stun it dead, then it'll automatically be on the. Oh, he got lucky there.
He kind of hit that a little quick, but he's given himself a good shot because he's got the 15. If he can just control the cue ball, I like him just going off the top rail, coming down, maybe bumping the 8 in a good way, and he'll have the 9 ball easy. Don't want to bump it like that. Oh, luck's a little on his side right now.
Yeah.
If he hits any more of that 8 ball, he's behind the 9. So got very fortunate there. The 8 ball does go in the side pocket. He wants to watch the shirt. Yeah, he's good here. And he had a little bit of a rough start, but clearly Nick plays a little good. He's got a little fortunate, but that's pool.
Yeah, he can pop balls. Off the 7.
Let's talk a little bit more about that fortunate. I'd rather be lucky than good any day.
Yeah, I'd like to see Chris's face right now, though.
And it looks like we're going to get to see some more matches that are coming up on our TV table. Justin Bergman will be playing Damian Panck.
Is that tonight as well, yeah?
That'll be later on, yeah. So we know we've got Shane Thompson. We know we've got Bergman, Jordan Shepard, Damian, all good players. They're all going to be on the TV table later tonight.
Yeah, I think I got told I'm on at 8 o'clock, so I think there'll be a game before me and then I think maybe 2 after me.
Yeah, we've got a little bit of a break after this, but it's all good because we'll be back later tonight with some more action for you. Chris here with a nice little play off. He wasn't sure it was going to go. And we're at the 20-minute mark of this match.
Yeah, I think 40 minutes is plenty of time.
I think it's just enough to make it different from the shootout, where it's not so tight, but you're also adding a game on the race. So yeah, I think 40 is a good spot. Let's see what Chris can do here to get that 15 ball moved.
That's a great shot. Is he on the 15? I think he's hooked.
This table is a little, this camera is a little hard to tell on. I actually think
he's hooked. I think he's looking at the bank. Bank on the 15 into the bottom right. He likes doing those
like a
measurements.
cross bank, yeah. He's got to watch the 7 ball because the 7 ball might get in the way. Oh, he hit it good. Look at this shot. Oh, man. Well, he didn't do any favors for the 8 ball up there.
No, but it's a big favour for Nick because now the 7 ball is a good ball to get the 2 out. Oh, wow.
Well, again, just unfortunate situations where Chris gives up the table and Nick played a great shot.
Yeah, to draw straight into the pocket is a bit rough. But you know what? The 8 ball is not easy. I'm not sure if it passes a 2 into the top left.
Well, here's what I think is about to happen. I think he's going to shoot this 11 ball. I think
he needs to be where the 6 is. If the cue ball if he can get to where the 6 is.
Play one right.
Oh, right. What's he doing here?
That I don't know. Oh, he's giving himself a big angle.
Wow. So he's going to come behind the 3.
He's going to try and come behind the 3 at a less steep angle, so he can come directly into the 2 ball.
If he hits the 2 full or cushion first, a lot of good things can happen here.
There's also some bad stuff depending on the speed. If he bumps the 2 perfect,
I don't think he'll hit it hard enough for that.
Well, this is wonderful.
Oh my God.
Wow. Yeah, let's. I mean, the magician doing magician things. Chris Melling really lighting it up here in this arena like he does pretty much everywhere he goes. And that's one that I'm sure Nick will remember for a long time.
That's a great shot.
You know, Dave Matlock put on a great shot in the shootout. Big break by Chris, big scratch on the break. Balls down everywhere. Wow. So I gotta like the solids here.
Yeah, if he can get, he can get to the 7.
He can get to the 7, and he's just gotta get out of there and get a shot on the 5, 2, or 1. He's got a shot on the 1 ball or the 5 on the side. I'm not.
I think if he would have been able to push forward a bit more. Oh, he's missed. He's missed the 1 ball.
That's going to be a costly mistake here with Chris on the hill.
Yeah, I think this could be match over. My throat is very dry.
It's Denver, Colorado, man. I bought chapstick for the first time in probably 15 years.
Yeah, I got some the other day as well. My lips are still a bit cracked, but yeah, my throat is so dry. It didn't help when I slept the aircon on last night, but I forgot to turn it off.
Yeah, that'll do it.
There he goes.
Chris just doing great things.
He didn't need to do it, but yeah, 6-2 up.
It's how he is.
Let the stroke out a little bit.
Well, and Nick is going to be going to the B side, but not without a decent showing, just a few mistakes, and Chris, the magician Melling, is playing absolutely incredible. We're going to get a word from him after this break. Thank you, Shane, so much for joining me.
Thanks for having me.
All right, guys, and welcome back after the break. We've got Ricky Evans and Derek as well. So it's I've not really seen Derek shoot. Do you know anything about Derek at all?
No. And again, you guys got the C-team commentators here with you coming back from break here. You've got Adam Williams and I'm Nate Kane. So we've given our professional commentators a break here. So if you're expecting some rack analysis, might not get it this set here. But no, I actually don't know much about Derek or where he's from. So I know Ricky is from not too far away from me in Missouri. They're on the St. Louis side. So. But they're still both on the winner's side here, so we know we've seen Ricky as one of our shootout participants, and I've actually kind of known, well, not necessarily known Ricky. Ricky probably doesn't necessarily remember me, but him and his brothers, he's got a whole pool playing family. They used to come down to where I played pool in Columbia, Missouri, a place called Mo River Pub and Pool, and Ricky was there when he was 10 or 11 years old and didn't miss much then either. So.
Yeah, but we've kind of got a... Oh, he's just all ball fouled already. I was just about to say we got an early look at Derek, and he looks pretty solid so far, but obviously that all ball foul definitely catches people out.
Let's see, looks like Derek might be a local, Leadville, Colorado. So,
and it's... And that's really what it's all about, you know. It's great to see a local on the TV table, and I say, I've seen him hit 2 balls, but he looked like he knew what he was doing. It'd be interesting to see what his skill level is.
Yeah, it looks like Leadville's a couple hours away from where we're at here, so pretty much local. So yeah, he's looks like he's around a 620 Fargo rating, doesn't necessarily, but said he's made it this far in the tournament, still on the winner side, so he probably knows a thing or two here. So. Ricky's had some really, really big wins through the last couple of shootouts. And
yeah, and he's super comfortable in this format. As I said, I've spoken to him quite a lot. He's a great guy too. Super level-headed, and this format really seems to suit him.
Yeah, former junior national champion, I know, and I was kind of giving Shane Thompson a hard time. I don't know if he wants to see the name Ricky Evan on the draw anytime soon. He's kind of got Shane's number. Really good shot there to kind of get those 2 balls developed and be able to run this one out here. A little tricky for the 8, but he's got a pretty big window. So.
Yeah, it's still got the 12 ball down there, so it's going to be interesting to see how he gets around and on it. Mm-hmm. Maybe he'll just take the on the short side and roll it straight down the rail.
Yeah, it doesn't look frozen, so it doesn't. Not a bad plan there at all. You don't flirt with the side pocket that way, trying to get position. So. Still hoping to see that first 6-ball shootout in the open here. We had a couple in the shootout format, but
yeah, and he's played it inch perfect.
Yeah, what a great shot there.
Yeah, that's definitely why me and you would have played the short side, and he just gets shape on it, right?
Yeah, still waiting on that shootout invite here, but I don't think I'm going to get it anytime soon.
It's a big old country to tackle.
Yeah,
so,
and we kicked off our initial session the week of August 26th, but we are on this first session to kind of get the interest in the league, because what we seen was we took a whole bunch of signups for the 26th, and then a whole bunch of other people were like, well, I want to play. So we added a half session that we're pretty much all 21 of those areas are taking signups for the half session starting the week of October 14th. So if you want to get involved in the Ultimate Pool League, you want to get a chance to swing at that $100K first place prize we're expecting there, or more, just depending on how many we get and how many teams we get. So definitely reach out to app.ultimatepoolusa.com. You can find your league area, or if you do not have it in your area there, just reach out to us and we'll look to sign you up. So
yeah, and I think you know, for the people on the fence or want to see how it's doing, I think the best thing I would say is play the format, because I think once you play it, you understand and the rules, and it kind of all makes sense. Yeah. And I say the feedback we've got has been amazing, and
one of the things I love about it, just the format, is you speaking of that, is that our initial kind of impression from our lower skill level players is they get a little intimidated by that shot clock. They don't want to take it on. Then they play it, and they just play better than they ever have, really. And so
yeah, and then you know they'll play other matches and tournaments, and we got people coming up to us saying, I can't play without a shot clock anymore. Right. Like, I need the pressure, I enjoy it, and it just adds so many more elements. It just makes it so much more exciting, especially as an amateur player. Mm-hmm. I mean, even when I'm playing, obviously, you know, I'm not allowed to play in the league team thanks to Jeremy, but I say even when I'm playing in tournaments and different stuff at the local level, it's just so exciting, and it's you know, it's almost cool to call an extension and
feel a bit like these guys.
You know, it's I can pretend that I'm actually a good pool player for a while.
Right, yeah. Extension, I'm still going to mess up the shot, but I've got 30 extra seconds to mess it up now. So Meanwhile, we've been talking here. Ricky's trying to navigate this very, very tough out here with a lot of tied up stuff in the middle of the table. Looks like he's got him lined up to possibly get out here, but
Yeah, Derek, just another shot he's missed again, and I guarantee that he wasn't playing like this on the outer tables, but as I can imagine myself being on this TV table in front of this crowd and the lights and the cameras, it's definitely takes some getting used to.
yeah, I just did one interview out there earlier, and that was nerve-wracking enough. So I don't know. I can imagine playing against him. And then naturally, if you get on the stream, you're typically playing a top-level player, and so something you'd have to probably play dead perfect to win anyway. And then you add the pressure. It's exciting. You see some people shoot better actually, or.
Yeah, well, I'm so bad in front of a camera they won't interview me. So.
Well, I always say I had a face made for radio, but we got out there. So.
And yeah, Ricky Evans just going about his work, and
This
just clinical.
Made this out look easy, but I promise you there was nothing easy about this out at all. He had to have that cue ball perfect every time, and he did.
I've seen a lot of players helping their opponents to rack, and they've played a tournament before, and it's just kind of a great environment overall, and the players are kind of making it that way, which is amazing.
Absolutely, and everybody's very helpful. It's a new format for everybody, so we're just trying to learn all together, and it's as we've done our third one here, it's just the knowledge level of the players. Every single tournament has just been better and better and better from Louisiana and Kansas City and here, so making it easy on us, and just gives me more time to give head referee Scott Price a hard time, which is really what I consider my main job as a referee. It's to bother him. So
yeah, and that with Jordan Shepard getting the ball cleaned every shot, so
yeah,
it keeps him busy too.
And Ricky's kind of got a roadmap layout on this one after he just pocketed that ball. So
yeah, so he's bridging over the 9, but I think he's going to be okay.
yeah, it's one of those, if you ever got that funky cue in, you just hope you can just pocket the ball and do nothing with it. So
yeah, but he shoots so straight, I don't think it affects him.
Probably got a little thinner on this 3 ball than he wanted to, but something we think he'll be able to handle. Really good shot to use the stripes there to slow himself down for shape on that 1. So.
Yeah, and Ricky's just kind of in cruise control, so I think he's played one bad shot this whole frame.
Yeah. Yeah, you definitely got a tough 8 ball here, but something I think he'll be able to handle. Been able to. Looks like now he's got to go low on and make it a little tougher, but
yeah, he was oh, there it is. It got him.
There you go. There's a wide open chance for Derek to get started here and get on the comeback trail. So.
And I think that classes another commentator's curse from you there, Nick.
Yeah. I just said I favor him to make it. I didn't say he was we're moving on to the next rack or anything. So, yeah, but I've been pretty good at it this tournament here. I think that may be curse number 4. I think I would have probably played safe 2 or 3 times off the 10-11 on this out here trying to get ball in hand, but
Yeah, but I say if he's Derek looks like he's done the hard work. If he can just connect the dots,
no,
I think he's going to be all right.
He kind of let up on that one a little bit. It's going to take a good shot here and hit a great one and put the spin on the B. Yep, missed the side. Perfect, great shot.
So yeah, and you know you can tell Derek can play. I think he's how quick he's just gone through that rack. I think just kind of the TV tables just kind of got to him a little bit, and as he rolls that 8-ball in, so that makes it 5-2 and Derek to break.
Probably the kind of break you want right there when you're on the hill. Nothing too tied up, tough to navigate. I think I like stripes here if he's got a good starter ball.
Saying we've, as Ricky runs through this rack, we've got a great match coming up next. Two of the UK's best players. We've got Top Cat and the Wizard, Jordan Shepard, and Tom Cousins. So it's you guys are going to be lucky. You're going to have the A-team back on commentary and two of the best in the UK. So it's definitely going to be a good match to watch.
Battle of Wells there, right? Aren't they both Welsh?
Yeah.
Right, yeah.
So it's definitely going to be an interesting match and one that could go down to the wire. And really one that could be in the final if they didn't draw each other.
It's kind of early here, but
so
of course we get to that redraw on the final 16. There's 32, so could even possibly see the matchup again. Who knows? So it's
it wouldn't be a bad match to watch twice. So,
I'll tell you what, not only being maybe a little bit biased with the American in me, but I think Justin Bergman's going to be tough to beat this tournament. He looked in really, really good form in the shootout, and Ricky with an unexpected miss there and kind of giving Derek another chance at the tables. So, but yeah, I think Justin Bergman's my pick to finish the double dip and win both here in this tournament. So,
yeah, I would. I need to be biased. Right?
No, these guys are all a joy to watch 8-ball. I've learned a lot over these last 3 tournaments from both the American pros, the UK pros. And what's really cool, like I said, I kind of mentioned on a couple of different of the commentating that I've done here, that the smaller venue here and the amount of talent we have from all the pool players, you're just walking amongst the pros and they're all so approachable. They'll give you tips, they'll help you out, they'll sign autographs, and it's just a really awesome experience as a pool player and fan.
Absolutely, and you see kind of that first day, and you know all the pros get here on Wednesday, and you know we had a nice tournament, and you can see the players are all, you know, the locals are like, oh, look who's just walked in the building,
right.
Look who that is, and they're kind of a little shy at first, and they don't want to ask him for a photo. And you know, obviously, we've all been socializing and hanging out, and they're almost laughing and joking with all the pros. And as I say, Ricky Evans finishes it off there, and Derek did himself proud. And
yeah, it looks like Ricky take down the score 7-2, moves on, and Derek still got another fighting chance. So like I said, we'll be back here soon, shortly, with Jordan Shepard versus Tom Cousins. Like I said, a UK matchup here, two of the very best from that side of the pond. So yeah, that should be exciting.
All right, guys, we are right back into the action. Shane Thompson winning the lag. Jordan Shepard and Shane Thompson. This is really going to be a fun match. I'm pretty excited for this one. Of course, Stephen Wyatt and Mr. Stephen Jameson here in the booth with you. Steve, how you been doing, buddy?
I'm doing good. It's
been a while since I've seen you.
Yeah.
we've been off and on, and
yeah, I'm really excited for this game. It's one that as soon as it was drawn in the winners' qualification, it was one I was excited for. These two know each other very, very well. They're familiar foes in that sense.
Yeah, and I talked to Shane a little bit before the match, and he was like, yeah, you know, it's a tough draw, but it's better now than the next round.
Yeah, so. I think so. I think that's a good way to look at it. we talked about it, didn't we, right at the start of the evening show, that you can sort of look at it one or two ways. You know, if you get bumped into the losers now, you know, you're probably going to have a pretty tough match. You could draw someone really difficult when you're into single elimination then, essentially. Or you can frame it in your mind and go, well, I've got 2 chances here to get myself into the last 32. And I think, from speaking to Shane before, I think that's exactly how he, at least, is approaching it. Very relaxed. If this was single limb at this stage, I think it's safe to say he'd probably be a little bit more fighting fit, shall we say, for this match.
Yeah, and I think it's probably the opposite for Jordan. I think Jordan just simply wants to win. He's got a determination about him, and you know, we both have been around Jordan. At least I've been around Jordan enough to know now that he has a pretty dry sense of humor. He's a fun guy, and he likes to have a little of that silly banter with everybody. But he looks very serious, and he looks like he came here to do business.
Yeah, these two haven't ran into each other all that often on the ultimate pool side of things back in the UK. One reason or another. Their overall record will date back a good few years, I'm sure, but at least in an ultimate pool sense, they met once in 2022. Jordan got the win, but that's going to have no bearing on this game. Shane starts well. Yeah, very much not a silent assassin.
No, not at all. I haven't spoken to Joe. I don't know how he's doing in the event. I know he had a lot of fun at Kansas City and was glad to be back.
Well, I can tell you he was just playing against Tom Cousins, because that match was on the table right outside our commentary room.
You're right. I actually do remember seeing both of them there.
So, stand by, caller. We'll get back to you with the result of that in just a moment.
Well, I tell you what, Joe looked pretty smiley.
He did.
A minute ago.
But reading into his body language is always a risky game, in my experience.
Wouldn't that be a bit of an upset?
Yeah, it would.
Excited to see who all makes that winner's qualification. One of my very good friends from my home area, used to travel with him pretty much every weekend. His name is Ray. He has made the final 32, undefeated so far. And that's a big accomplishment in the field that we have.
Well, your suspicions were correct. Joe Prince wins against Tom Cousins, who's been bumped to the loser's side. Big win that for Joe Prince.
Yeah, well, you know, he came and did big business in Kansas City. He came out to play, and maybe Joe's found his calling on these American tables.
Yeah, there's absolutely a possibility.
Only falling to the eventual winner, Chris Melling, in which Chris played an absolutely phenomenal set.
Potential big game as well in the loser's side, as Tom Cousins in the loser's qualification waits the winner of Tony Gonzalez Jr. and Kevin Guimond.
Well, we saw Kevin put up a big fight against Jordan Shepard earlier. Big fight.
Yeah, absolutely. It was close, that one. Other notable names currently in losers round 3, as we're going to see Jordan in just a moment knock off wrap number 4. Caden Herback, the junior champion from Kansas City, he's in losers round 3 at the moment. So to Tyrell Blowers, who we saw in the shootout, as Sheppy makes it 2 each. That's a cracking break from Sheppy. Can't hit them much better than that.
Yeah, he's He's got one issue here, and it's not really an issue. Just going to take some working to move out, and I think he'll be set. This 15 ball being on the rail, again, it's not a major problem, but it is something that he's going to have to deal with. I'm sure he's going to want to take it out early. Doesn't want to get right up on it. I think he'll be okay here. Just don't want to overcut it. We've seen a lot of people do that on this table. Oh, and he undercut it and he hit the point. So Shane Thompson coming to the table now.
Well, that's the first mistake in open table when it comes from Jordan Shepard's side. Did not see it coming, in truth. The solids are okay. He's landed perfectly on this 6 to develop the 5.
Yeah, the 4-1 is actually makeable. And as long as you hit it just right, just a touch, you can definitely make the 4 and the 1. Just don't want to, you want a little bit of an angle on it. That way you can just clip off of it.
That's a nice shot there to develop the 5 ball from Shane Thompson.
This is not the easiest shot in the world to shoot at if he shoots that 5. It's long, it's a thinner cut. He needs to give it its due diligence. Great shot.
And never in doubt. Well played shot. Combo coming next.
I like being at an angle on this. That way you can just clip the 4 flat. I don't like going straight at it, but he played it perfect. I was scared of that 4 ball moving a little bit and really messing him up. And Shane really just smooth on the shot.
Yeah, and he used the 9 there to be able to hold the cue ball. It's just a nice little touch and a perfect counter clearance this from Shane Thompson. He's been in perfect position all the way through, really. Wasn't a guarantee when he came to the table, but
and this is to steal the serve back, because it will be Shane Thompson taking down the rack. It's now 3-3.
And
well, whatever Sheppy's doing on the break,
it's working. He's found the magic sauce, that's for sure. Worth pointing out the loser of this match, which at the moment odds on to be Shane Thompson, with Jordan Shepard at the table on the hill, will go into the losers qualification round, where they will face either Tyrell Blowers or Shane Petrick.
Shane Petrick, obviously we saw him earlier, and I'll admit I have a little bit of a soft spot for him. He's a Texas kid. And Tyrell Blowers, another one that we have spent some time with this weekend, another one who also had a match where he didn't get to really showcase what he could do on the TV table. So those two gentlemen have both felt the wrath of the TV table against Tom Cousins and Chris Melling respectively. So the opportunity to play one of these players, I'm sure, is jumping at them because they want a little bit of revenge.
Jordan Shepard is flying. He can taste the winning line. A quick 1, 2, 3 salvo. And that is all she wrote. Jordan Shepard wins the All-UK battle and dumps Shane Thompson into the B side, where he's going to have to fight for his right to enter the last 32. Jordan Shepard, though, is in there already, and he's sitting pretty in the final 32. We'll speak to Sheppy in just a moment. hope you're enjoying the coverage so far of Justin Bergman and Damien Panck. I've just rejoined my commentary chair for the time being. Quick shuffle over from the arena into the booth. Justin Bergman continuing to break really, really well. The break a topic of hot discussion in that last interview there with Jordan Shepard, and he mentioned how he couldn't really see why his opponent was persisting with the side break. Feels like the front is always the way to go, but the way that Justin's been hitting that side break, he will continue plundering that. He's been so successful with it. He seems to have found a little spot, a little bit of secret sauce that's giving him plenty of chances. And with the form that he's showing, he's tended to be taking them. That isn't ideal though. He wanted to slide by the 3. Didn't quite grip into the felt as much as he would have liked off that shot. So a little shot to play here. It's a touchy one. He's used his extension, so had to just judge that well, and well, he's landed about as well as he could there. Really. Looking to go around the houses here. Now that'll do. It's the gap, 8-ball waiting for Justin Bergman in this first rack against Damien Panck. Goes 1-0 in front of the Iceberg.
And he does it so well. His touch, like you mentioned earlier, he just floats that cue ball around there so nice.
Another big break from Panck. Another interesting split. This is not easy. Maybe forced into taking solids. I think stripes are a bit of a non-starter.
No, I think he's on the right ball to shoot here. 6 has a pocket. Oh, you don't want to ball. Oh, he did not want to do that.
Oh, does that 6 still sneak past? Gonna watch Damien's reaction here. He'll tell us before we can see it, and I don't think it does. Yeah, the reason why he had to go solids was really because of that 6-ball.
Yeah. He'd have been pretty good there if he didn't touch the 6. Had a pretty good layout. Now I don't know what he's going to do here. It's always dangerous when the 8-ball's that close, right? And you got to try to break it out.
Yeah, you've got to be so precise here. So precise.
I like what he's thinking here. Dangerous.
Yeah, this is brave. This is brave.
He goes for it.
That's one problem solved.
Now can you shoot the 6 into that point and then off the 8 into the side? Does that go?
I feel like we might be about to find out.
Is that a little too much going on, J-Mo?
No, it might be the only way you can do it. Oh, he's through on the 5 here. That helps him. Is he straight enough that he can maybe draw this back and nudge? It would be a risk.
Yeah. Try to pinch it into the pocket a little bit and see if you can. Oh.
Shot clock pressure as well, and he fouled there, I think. Just ran out of time, Damien Panck. And you have to feel for him. Mm-hmm. It's such a fiddly rack to work out.
Yeah, it's a weird one, right? And it just got worse.
Yeah, just knocked the 11 with his cue. which was the foul, in case you didn't see it. But just got caught out by that shot clock. And we can forgive him that. You know, usually we say, you know, 30 seconds with an extension, and it sort of feels like an age really nowadays in the speed that we play the game. But that was a situation that really did require some working out, and yeah, I feel for Damien there.
There just wasn't a clear, you know, idea of what to do there. It's kind of trying to work it out in what, 30, 45 seconds. Yeah, it's tough.
When you're already 3-0 down to Justin Bergman, it's less than ideal. And pretty perfect. Not a false note. Cue ball on a dime from Justin Bergman, 4-0 in front. So you see him take a rack out like that, and you feel like he's not really worked too hard for it, not really played a difficult part. That's the art form. Damien Panck with his probably his best break there. He's been pretty successful on the break, but struggled to manufacture good opportunities. This one might be his best. Even then, there's still a little bit of work.
Yeah, it looks like everything's got a pocket. The 10's a little tight, but I think it's manageable here. It's just got to find a good side of it.
Yeah, the 13 and the 14 sort of work together. May even be able to take the 14 direct. Maybe off the 9 here. Yeah, he's going to. Oh, is he?
Oh no!
Oh, he's played a bad shot there.
Oh, I think he put himself in
I don't think he can quite believe what he's done there, Damien, because that ball was over the pocket, which meant he could just choose his line, and that's a loose one. He won't be happy with that, that's for sure. So much so, he's having to jack up here. Big shot. Yeah, it was missable. It's not raining, it's pouring for Damien Panck in this one.
Yeah, it's
that one will really sting, because that was a poor shot.
Yeah, he just decelerated through it and just died on him. Trying to find that little gap, but put himself in about the only spot he could where he had nothing. Bergman just working it out here. Oh, I love that shot right there.
How good is that?
Yeah. That's the little nuances right there of the world-class players. And to most people that probably doesn't look like much, but it was the way he develops the one right there, because it was a problem. Man.
Well, both balls in that area were a problem. He's managed to pot one and develop the other with his first shot at the table. 8 ball is still something to be considered. He may choose to run into it, but I'd be interested to see how he goes about this.
Yes. I know he's already got something in mind, so.
Yeah, and 3 balls as well to work.
Maybe he's going to play the 3-1 rail. Yeah. Oh, okay. So he's going to get on the inside of it and back cut it, float it over. That's nice.
I do enjoy the way that Justin goes about the game, because not only does he see it so well, he also lets us see it too. You can always see what he's thinking, what he's planning out there. But there's that right there probably wasn't the best shot he's ever played. I think the original plan has been ripped up and thrown out. He's now looking at potentially playing the 8, I think, off the 13. He wants to be right behind this, and he isn't. Which will make up his mind, I think.
Oh, he's going to bank this thing. Oh, he spun it off the rail.
Very nice. I'm almost certain he was intending on working the 8 ball off the 13 there. He lined it up, and I just think he was so short, he just made up his mind as to take the bank shot on, and well, when he played it that well, it was almost like, well, why didn't you just do that in the first place? And the bad news for Damien Panck is it's Justin Bergman's super break again. And
10 ball down again, corner ball.
Yeah, that is a weapon.
I think you're right, Guimond. I think he's got it wired. I think he's got it worked out here.
I mean, one of the beauties of 8 ball, one of the absolute beauties of it, is you cannot control the break. It is always random. The splits will always be random, and you're never ever guaranteed to make a ball. No one has ever found a way the perfect break. But I think Bergman might be onto something here. The sample size is small, we admit. But yeah, if he's going to continue breaking like this, maybe he's hacked 8 ball.
That's kind of the beautiful thing about 8 ball, though. Even if he's got that worked out, it's still the patterns, and there's a lot of work to do there still. So it's still rely on a little bit of luck in that area. Oh, he's going to try to find that little gap there. I believe he did.
There's not much of one, but he's got there. 15 works to the right side pocket. You can get there next.
His vision of the table is just class.
And he's got to spring this step as well. He's swagging right now.
Yeah.
Well, this is just, it's been an exhibition, hasn't it?
It really has. Poor Damien's been on the business end of it too. It's and he's no slouch. The guy can play, but
oh, he really can. Yeah, Justin Bergman with a show. What a performance. A 7-0 victory. He's into the last 32 of the Colorado Open. And just who is betting against him doing the double here in Denver? That was special from Justin Bergman. What a performance.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back. Mr. Chris Melling, playing a gentleman that I'm not too familiar with, but the gentleman beside me, Mr. Nate Kane, knows quite a bit about him. We all know what Chris is about. Tell me a little bit about Jeffrey.
Yeah, so Jeff Tannahill he's one of our locals from Kansas City. You guys have heard me talk about a lot of them. We traveled here in a big group, about 30 total Kansas City players. Jeff's one of our good shooters in the area. You may know his little brother. You've heard me talk about him a lot. You've watched him a lot. His little brother's Chase Stumfole. So Jeff will probably tell you he taught Chase everything he knows, and Chase still can't beat him. So, but he knows Chase is quite good. He can't quite stay with him in nowadays, but he'll give him a hard time for sure.
So he has an opportunity. If he gets some open tables, that he can get some racks on Chris.
Yeah.
If he gets an opportunity.
Yeah, no, Jeff's a really good, really solid 8-ball player. His break is quite monstrous. On 1 ball on the spot, he's adjusting to 8-ball on the spot as these real sets. He actually is another one of my league players as well. He really loves the format, and I think he has the record for the most racks put on anybody in 30 minutes. He won one match 11-0. So he's a pretty quick player as well, just like Chase. And said he just the whole family is the Stumfoles. Like I said, it's his half brother here at Tannahill, but the Tannahills, Stumfoles, both big names around the Kansas City pool scene for many years. So it's
That's great.
no surprise they both play really well.
You know, we'll have to do a little challenge between East Texas and Kansas City, because I can tell you we've got a pretty good record there. I think we've got 13 racks out of the 30 minutes before.
Nice, yeah.
It was a -4 situation. And the ending score was 9-0.
Rare mistake by Mr. Melling there, the magician, giving Jeff an opportunity at the table. You know, most of the time we see Chris get out of those racks, but was the tight past the 14 there with the 1 ball. So
yeah, Jeff's going to have an opportunity here, and that's all some of these guys need. Is Jeff going to deal with the lights in the arena and the cameras and all that pretty well?
Yeah, I mean, he's not quite as exposed to it as Chase is, obviously, at this point here. But, you know, Jeff's a pretty good pressure player as well. I mean, like I said, their entire family's grown up playing pool, and said he wanted to get it. He was excited to get a chance at the stream table as well. And then plus, we're kind of joking around because Chase, he lost to 1 local in Kansas City, but then he lost to Melling a couple times in the shootout and in the open, late in the open. So I said, man, you got a chance to get a little revenge for your little brother here. So.
Melling's coming for the family, huh?
Yeah. And of course, can't quite see it really great on the stream, but Jeff has he wins the reward for best mustache in our league area as well. So
I think that's probably only because Chase can't grow one yet.
Right, yeah, he's not old enough. So
well, Jeff here playing pretty well. He's going to have to make a great shot, and playing against somebody like Chris Melling, it's fun to see somebody make a Melling-esque shot.
And just shorted it a little bit there.
And Chris not going to make the same mistake twice, that's for sure. Because I think now he's seen that Jeff can pocket balls, and a lot of times you put yourself in a situation when you play real good early on against a great player, they turn the heat up. I remember years ago, very good Louisiana, Texas player named Gary Aboud. I came out on him in a race to 7, and I broke and ran the first rack, and he went into beat me up mode.
Yeah.
And I said, no, unfortunately I don't. And he's like, well, I'd like to book my travel. So definitely one of those players that's wanting to come back wherever we end up for the next one.
Yeah, definitely. We're not done, so stay tuned. I do think we'll be able to announce hopefully a location soon. So
it's going to be a fun one wherever we end up. We always have a party there, and it seems like everywhere we go, the people are really just, they're really wonderful to us. I mean, we really get taken care of. I can't stress enough how great Bill was in Kansas City and how great Rob is here. Both very, very good owners and hosts.
Yeah, and as who Stevens mentioned, there would be Bill Fickle, owner of Side Pockets Blue Springs, which hosted our Kansas City Open events, and then Rob here. I'm sorry, I don't know Rob's last name, but owner of the Rec Room here in Denver, which has been a really great host for us as well. So, and we are on the lookout for more venues. So if there's somebody you think would host the tournament, be a good spot for a Ultimate Pool Open events. Kind of the requirements would be up to 16 bar box tables, and then we need preferably about between 40 to 50 by 50 area for the arena. We can get 40 by 40. We like 50 by 50, but
yeah, and it's one of those things that we can always work out. We're just an email away. If you own a room, I almost want to call some venues out because I know some of these guys are watching.
Right.
Mike Newsom in South Carolina, go ahead and hit us up. A few others, Benito Garcia in South Texas. I know you're probably watching. Go ahead and give us a call. Let us book the next Ultimate Pool USA event in your room.
There we go, Jeff. Yeah, you got to root for the kid there, and he is able to.
Listen to that.
Like I said, Kansas City definitely traveled well to this tournament, so he's got a lot of fans there. As in, I kind of had to sub in for this match. Chase was really chomping at the bit to get in here and then commentate his big brother's match, but he unfortunately got called to play, so I got tagged in here. So, but yeah, that bottom half of the bracket's got some good shooters in it. It's definitely. I know Chase took an early loss, but he's still ticking after losing his very first round to another good player, Eric Picard. I know we've got Shane Thompson in
the bottom side. He lost his winner's qualification match. Let's see what we can find. Okay, so I'll go ahead and give a little bit of an update here. So it looks like we have some loser qualification matches going. And we've got Grant Berg playing Amy Beecham.
Okay.
That's a 1-1 match. Our good friend Lamar Clack is 0-0 right now, just starting against Ricardo Martinez. Primo Frere and Taylor Salee are 1-1. Tyrell Blowers and Shane Thompson are playing. That's a good match.
Yeah, that's a tough match. One of them is going to go home there. The two are the kind of pre-tournament favorites and shootout participants there. One of them is going to send somebody home.
Yeah, Shane Thompson up 1-0 on that match. Brett Snowden and Derek Sheehan. It's 2-1 to Derek.
And Chris get a good roll there. This 14 ball still goes.
Yeah, I think he did.
Yeah.
And then we have Ramesh.
Oh, yeah, he had to hit the 13 first. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
No worries. We have Ramesh and Zach Bryan who are just starting. We have another match that hasn't started yet. Kevin Guimond and Tom Cousins. That's a big match.
Yeah.
David Matlock and Adam Sturgis are looking to start very soon. And Marcus Jensen and Sean Halleck are starting now. So lots of losers qualifications around a match I know you're interested in. Chase Stumful and Matt Drist. 4-4.
Oh, yeah. Not familiar with Matt, but if he's got Chase at 4-4, he has to be a good player in his own right, I'm sure.
A couple other matches, just a few more going. Colin Holgate and Nick Waddle, 5-2 to Colin, and Alan McBride is up 2-1 against Noel Montana. So lots of matches still going on, and that's just in the open event. We also have a juniors and a ladies.
How about that shot
going
there to get fall on that straight in?
That's
Great
a
speed
big shot.
Hopefully. Yeah, he kind of got a little angle on it and he overcooked it just slightly. He's going to have to come with a good shot here.
Yeah, that's one heck of a losers qualification round.
Yeah.
It's a good shot by Jeff. He's going to have to make something happen here.
Yeah, doesn't think it past the 14, right? Going to hit a good bank shot.
And he played a bank shot earlier that unfortunately didn't work out for him, but this one might be a little bit easier. Doesn't have to throw it.
Off the 14? No,
Maybe hold it in front of the 14? No.
Couldn't get that lucky there, but yeah, he's definitely, Jeff's a pretty good bank, really. The bank artist, I want to say, I think he's struggling with how this table's banking with the arena lights and things of that nature. It's definitely quite short. He's missed both those by a fair amount.
Yeah, I mean, it does bank very, very tough with the slick cloth. So it looks like Chris Melling here is just seconds away from going up.
Yep, he did. He got up.
So they'll get a redraw from the losers qualification matches.
And I have got a chance to watch all four of those young people play pool, and they are very impressive, every last one of them. So
I have personal experience, obviously, with Caden.
Yeah.
I get to watch him. Obviously, we've worked with Sophia Mash. Shane is this is his second Ultimate Pool USA event. He was in Louisiana, and that young man has come a long ways. I have a soft spot for him, kind of like you would with Caden.
Yeah.
He's a really good player, and he's advancing well. Yeah. We actually got to see a little bit of content with him and Caden on the table earlier today. That was fun.
Yeah, I got a chance. I actually was able to watch a full match of Shane's there because he was he's playing one of our local juniors, and I had a break, and I was able to sit down and just watch the match. I was very, very impressed with him. He was a very good player and very well-mannered person as well. And
that's what I like to see now is all these juniors are so well-mannered. When I was considered a junior player, I was probably a nightmare, honestly.
I know I was.
Because I grew up in a different age.
Yes.
We talked a lot of trash, and I had a big head because at that age I was, decent for my age.
Sure.
But Shane, Sophia, Caden, Jordan Helfrey, quite a few of those players are just very, very well mannered, and I'll tell you what, it's great to see, especially with the parents that are involved. They treat it like a sport, and I like that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because not a lot of people treat pool like a sport, and I believe it is one.
Yeah, I think Jeff's going to kick himself here. I think he's definitely had some opportunities to make this a little bit tighter match, and definitely stuff he would normally get out of. And
yeah, it's so hard to kick yourself when you're playing somebody like Chris Melling,
Yeah, but Jeff's kind of there for the moment. I guarantee he was ready for this match, and he's kind of one that has the belief in himself, and if I play my game, I'm tough to beat too. And so that's kind of what he was excited for the match. But yeah, got to play dead perfect to beat these guys, and it's just tough.
Yeah, absolutely. And I'm very, very excited to see everything that's going to happen throughout the rest of this event. We still have a full day tomorrow. We're going to crown 3 champions, junior, ladies, and open champions. You know, Nate, I'm not one to ever pick, but I got to say, I think Justin Bergman's going to have a big opportunity here. Chris Melling wants to shut that opportunity down. He did just beat Jeff 7-1, and he had some chances, but unfortunately it just didn't work out for the young man.
The guy who he's playing?
Yeah. And,
yeah.
He's actually a league franchisee for New England, so he's played a lot in Houston and then moved back to Connecticut and New Jersey, and yeah, so as you can imagine,
I wasn't
720 Fargo is a pretty tough ask.
It's about what my Fargo is, so yeah, he's definitely got a chance.
Saying, you know, he's already played on the Kevin's already played on the TV table, and he went hill with Jordan Shepard.
So yeah, this is actually must be pretty tight game then.
Yeah, and if you speak to Kevin, he had a couple of chances where he just missed the odd ball or just got a little funny off the break.
Was that on the TV table, their match?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's tough playing on this TV table. It plays a lot different than the outside tables. You get a draw easily, and the angles are a little bit more wider.
Yeah, I think with the slick cloth and obviously the lights and the heat from everything, and you know, it definitely changed the conditions. And
plays super consistent. I like the way it plays. You know what I mean? But however, it's definitely different than what I'm used to, and different on the outside tables.
Yeah, and obviously that's consistency-wise. That's a shout out to you know, our table coming up with views in Colorado. So they're here every day in the morning before you guys see them, making sure everything's great. And Dave and everybody from Colorado has been fantastic with the tables.
Yeah, and I do think that while Tom Cousins isn't super familiar with like American pool, if you call it, but I think he is pretty in tune with how this fresh felt does play. So he has that going for him as well. Yeah,
I say probably the US aren't really aware of him, but in the last 3 years he's probably played more TV table matches than he has off the TV table.
Yeah, and
I say he's the world's English table #1. Yeah,
put it like that.
Yeah, he's definitely used to that.
And that's a big advantage, you know. Even if I know the cue ball is different. I think the weight it's a little bit smaller when you're playing with the red and yellow balls, but yeah, like it kind of just reacts similar. Like you can tell even if you watch YouTube videos and such, the way they kind of like slow roll that ball in and such. Like he's really in tune with the fresh felt, to whereas a lot of pool halls in the U.S., unless it's in really nice areas, they're usually pretty boring cloth.
Yeah, and we are definitely doing our best to be on TV. So that's something that we're already in the UK. We're televising.
Exactly.
52 countries currently we're televised in, and you know, the next one is going to be the USA.
Yeah, we'll make it happen. Really good break. Not too much is tied up here. I think stripes are the balls to take.
Yeah,
he's going to want to clear out that 13 pretty quick so that he can go after the 14, because the 8 is going to have to go in that pocket over there.
Yeah, and he had to play with international 8-ball rules. He had to play a little shot because obviously you can't play a dirty combo.
Yeah, you can't play a combo. I had to ask that in my first match. I didn't know for real. Forgot the rules.
So yeah, and it's 4-1, but I don't really think Kevin's really made any mistakes, bar breaking dry. It's just
I almost might shoot the 13 right now. It's kind of a little bit of traffic to get back on the balls, but I'm telling you, the 13 is going to have to go away pretty quick, because otherwise 14 is going to be tough to get at. Got a lot more draw than he wanted to there. If he can get past that 6, he's good. Very good hold.
Yeah, he's landed nicely.
I think he might
be a little straight on it.
Yeah, I think he's got the angle to go forward with topspin, but that 5 is just huge with him trying to go forward. I wonder if the 15 goes past all that traffic.
Yeah, there's definitely...
15 goes up in that corner. He should just play the 15 in the corner, probably.
Looks like he's trying to punch and force it
He had an angle to go there.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a good shot.
Still got a lot to do, though.
Yeah, he's going to have to just play his cue ball into the 3 and stop it. Nice, just top spin, float it. That, I would not have played it like that.
Yeah, no, I think he was trying to kind of come around 2 rails, but I think he just played it soft and took his kind of medicine from the 3.
Yeah, with the new felt and everything being clean, if you just hit that ball really soft with a little bit of top outside, you'll click and just plant right on that 3. And it's a little farther than you want, but it's much better than this. He risked it a lot doing that, but he can go ahead and still pot this in. And he did.
And he's made a good shot and a good recovery. Yeah, so now the only difference with an English 8-ball table, because of the round pocket,
yeah, the round pocket,
you tend to aim for the front of the pocket, whereas the UK guys, because they're so used to aiming for the front, they hit that front point, whereas in an American table, you want to aim for the back of that pocket, and that kind of catches them out sometimes.
And that's what I mean, like when you're aiming for the back of the pocket on a valley, you'll hit the heart of the pocket. It's supposed to go in, and it goes boom, and it's like a pinball machine.
And it's
another tough layout here.
Yeah, it's another good break from him, but he just doesn't seem to be getting the layout he needs.
Yeah, everything's looking weird at the moment. I wonder if the 5-6 combo looks any good. Still going to have to do something with the 3, but with the 4 close by the side, it should be relatively easy. Nothing down table for the solids to really connect. To get on that 4, though, is the problem.
I almost think, can you take the hard 15 on the stripes, but I think he's looking to just shoot and stop and get on the 6 ball.
Oh, look at this, huh? That was a good shot.
But he's still got to develop this
that 3. Yeah, because if you're rolling into breaking it out, it's not really a problem. But the fact that he's going to have to draw like into the breakout really makes it not very
Yeah, or do you
easy.
think he could potentially play the 3-4 combo with the 4 being over the hole already in the middle?
Oh no, I wouldn't. I mean, for him to even get shape on either the 4 or the 3 right now is going to be tough. He's going to have to like force his cue ball straight down the rail, like straight down the table, almost a linear. I was going to say tangent line. He definitely didn't want to rub into that. That just ruins his whole rack here. He's probably just going to have to just roll up onto the 3 and leave him only the 9.
Yeah,
and if he gets the 3 over the side, it might be a good shot because it's going to be tough for Cousins to leave a return shot. Yeah, see, if you'd have got that 3 over the side a little bit more, it'd be really tough for Cousins to leave him a tough return shot. But now, I think Cousins could really just honestly tick the 9 and leave his cue ball up by the...
And I say the middle pocket's blocked and he can't... The 8-ball blocks the...
Yeah, he doesn't have to do much.
Yeah.
Yeah, just like that, really. I mean, honestly, I wouldn't have even done that. That kind of ties up his ball for no reason. Because he didn't need to.
Yeah, but obviously...
I'm not going to question his decision. He knows what he's doing, but I feel like even if he left the cue ball right where he's at, somewhere in that area, and he doesn't put the 9 over there, like he maybe hits it just a little softer, he still can't do anything with his 4 or the 3.
Right, yeah, I think just with being 5-2 up, and,
that does
you
make
know,
a difference, doesn't
kind
it?
of, you know, it's
With 10 minutes left, it does make a little bit different.
he's kind of in the driving seat, and
he'll make it one pocket if he feels like it, right?
right. Not that he knows what that is yet, so we're.
Look at this shot. He hooked him on every ball. He hooked him on every ball, I think. He can only just thin the 11, and if he does, it'll be a scratch. It'll be a dead shot for sure. He's going to have to kick into the 11-14, and maybe it goes. I think that's the shot, if it goes. Yeah. Otherwise, I have no idea what he's got here.
Maybe he's trying to make the 15 off the 10. Oh, we could see more of the 11 than I thought.
Oh, look at this
way.
shot. Look at this shot.
Oh, wow.
Wow. Oh, yeah, because he moved the 4. I thought the 4 moved a touch whenever he shot that ball. If he didn't make a foul, that was very creative for him to find the blocker there as well as playing the safe.
Yeah, I think
that was very creative.
One of the returns of the night if that wasn't a foul.
Yeah, no, that was a really good shot if he didn't make a foul right there.
Yeah, to bank the
to judge the cross
play
bank
safe
and play the safe was really good. Yeah.
Saying that makes it 5-3 with 8 minutes to go.
No participation trophies. Winner take all.
I don't think they'd let me. And what a break. How many did he make?
Yeah. It's good. His opening shot's a little bit suspect. He can back at that 11 a little bit. He's going to have to let the cue ball run loose.
Can he almost see the 14 ball as well? Or do you think that gets a little finicky?
Yeah, but what's your shape after that? I mean, that's really
taking the
tricky
11.
One, yeah.
He's still gonna crash into the 9, maybe? No.
Oh my gosh, that is so bad of a roll right there. And that's what I mean. You had to take it. You had to run it loose.
Yeah.
And it was really, really important for him to know where it was going to run loose to. He's going to go ahead and just go like that. Look, he can't get hooked by both balls, can he?
I want to say.
No, but he's going to have to take the harder
see the
one.
9, yeah.
He's going to have to take the harder one though. These are big pockets. Just make sure you hit it, get enough cut on it. It's hard to overcut this ball. Yep.
Good shot.
They're big pockets.
Yeah, especially with the new cloth and how slick it is. They definitely play a little bit bigger.
Absolutely. A little bit of a 50-yard line here. I think he still should be able to manage, regardless of what hole you pick here. Just got to give your full effort. Collect your 200 for pass and go.
Yeah.
And it's 5-5.
And here we are, yeah. Hill with 4 minutes to go, but it's...
Is it a race to 6?
Yeah, because it's on the loser's side, so yeah, so it makes a big difference.
Oh my, yeah, I thought it was a race 7. That's huge. Same breaking from the middle, what he's comfortable with. He's going to smash it.
And he did, and...
Oh my
he's gone dry.
Look at this, though. He's got a shot on nothing. He has a shot on nothing.
And I say this every match I commentate, but we might get to see another 6-ball shootout.
This might be a little safety battle. I don't know.
Yeah, but with only 4 minutes left, it's...
This is a very telling first shot. What's he going to do here? Is he playing that combo?
Oh my
wow.
Gosh. And that's
surprising. There really wasn't much to shoot at. I don't think that I can fault him for shooting the combo. The only other thing he could have done is maybe did a little ticky safety on the 12 or something.
Yeah, I was thinking maybe potentially tie up the 6, but also Kevin might be thinking, I don't want to go to a 6-ball shootout against somebody that's...
Well, if he makes that, he's... all he's got to do is develop the 6 as a normal rack of 8-ball, but yeah, this is definitely not good now. Oh, look at this. Look at this.
And the tables have turned again.
Any place you want to be on the table that's not right there. That's that new cloth. It's just hard to judge. Spins out when you don't expect it. Does he have the 9? Oh my gosh.
And he's perfect on him.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable. I thought he was dead hooked by everything.
I'm saying Tom will be smart. He'll use as much of the match clock and shot clock as he can now, because he knows if kind of anything happens and Kevin does get a chance to get back to the table, he'll leave him the least amount of time as possible. But
I think he's going to want to go ahead and take this 15 out right after this. Yep. A little straight now. Kind of makes it to where he's got to play a longer shot. Nothing crazy. I think he's pretty comfortable with these floating in ones. Yeah, he tried to get a little bit better angle. Man, he's going to have to kind of float this 10 in. I feel like he can kill it a little bit, but yeah. See, this is what I mean. It's really hard to kill that ball in on this table.
has he got it?
I feel like there's no way he does, right?
He might be able to twist it. Yeah, he's trying to twist it. And there it is.
My God.
Yeah, he's just twisted it over.
Just enough. Wow.
And that's brutal for Kevin. He's probably sat there thinking he might have a chance. And
absolutely.
For a guy like Kevin to be out of this tournament already, it's a huge one. And,
wow. Another millimeter hooked right there, and he wouldn't have been able to curve that as easy.
Yeah, and saying
made a stellar shot to get there. Great shooting by both players. 100%.
And we will be back tomorrow at 11 a.m. Colorado time. And thank you very much, guys, for watching. And we're excited to see you guys tomorrow. And thanks for tuning in.